The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to Dueling Comedians, where two comedians clash to see whose comedy kills and who gets killed.
Figuratively speaking, of course.
All this to determine who claims the coveted Dueling Comedians trophy. This is Dueling Comedians.
I am Tony V. This is Dueling Comedians. You are who you are. I can't do anything about that. I wish I could, but you're stuck being you. And if you're listening to this, I feel even worse for you. Because I have to do it because it's my show and I get to smoke cigars while I do it. So that's it. As always, my sidekick and good pal, Laugh Track Larry. How are you today, Larry?
I am so excellent.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good to hear that. I can hear it in your voice.
Well, I'm bubbling with enthusiasm.
Yeah. If you were wine, you'd be champagne.
Oh, I'd pop my cork on.
Yeah, you do that often, don't you?
Oh, I do.
And we have advanced around, and I am sitting with, and I mean this in the best possible way, two winners. Drew Dunn to one side, and my old pal. We've known each other longer than we both care to remember. This is Chance Langton, one of the founding fathers of Boston comedy, and one of the first guys I ever got to see work.
Wow.
Many years ago.
Tony,
Yes.
I got to call timeout because
timeout?
We got to fix both microphones.
Both get them a little closer.
I mean, it's really important. If I don't hear what they say,
You won't know.
I don't know how to judge it.
We're not judging fucking mimes up here.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
there
that.
you go.
Thank you.
This is comedy on the fly. We don't usually have to worry about this because we just step up to a mic and start talking. But this is very technical, Drew.
This is. I feel like a sideline reporter.
Yeah. I love this. I often feel like we should, break into doing some sports commentary.
Yeah,
when we're up
fun.
here. Yeah, someday.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll do a show where we just, we'll have somebody do the play-by-play of someone's jokes, and then someone else can add the color.
That'd be fun. I'd love to do that.
Color to it. So, Chance, let me start with you since we have a history. How did you get started in comedy, and what prompted you to do it?
I will answer that, but I was a bit disoriented, much of my life. And when you said I was the first one you saw, is that?
That's pretty close to true, yeah. I mean, you were certainly on the first show of Boston comics that I saw, yes.
Okay, now I'm disoriented. I thought you were the first one I saw. I'm honest to God.
Maybe we were on the same show.
I don't know.
Maybe we saw each other on the same show.
Okay.
Back at the Ding Ho or the Comedy Connection or something like that.
Yeah. So,
but I believe you preceded me by a little bit.
Yeah, could be. Now, what was
Not saying you're older than me.
Yeah.
Just that's the way it worked.
True story. I haven't aged well.
No, you have not. No, you look fine.
Yep.
You're still here, and that counts.
I haven't aged well. Honestly, I'm 30.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. Hey, that's rough.
That is.
Are you 30 yet?
No,
for real?
27.
27 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really cool.
A lot of the jokes in our acts are older than that. As a matter of fact.
Now you asked me a question.
I did.
forgot the question.
I don't remember the question. I just keep talking.
Yeah.
No, what prompted you to get into stand-up?
Okay. It's really a crazy story. I mean, I had a off-the-wall sense of humor, growing up and this or that, and I loved all the sitcoms and, all the greats, Johnny Carson, Phil Silvers, Red Skelton, on and on and on.
Yeah, for anybody under the age of 55, you're going to have to Google all of that.
I got Carson.
Did you get any of it?
I got Carson.
You got Carson?
And then I kind of spaced out a little bit.
Actually, those were fictitious people.
Yeah.
Just
So
made
it was a
them up.
test, right? There we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember Phil Silvers. Who?
Yeah. So.
No, the classics. Right.
Well, I had like a definite sense of humor, a definite drive. However, I'm also a musician, and I was really gearing up to be a songwriter. This is the God's truth, Tony. You're not going to believe it. So I'm driving cross country, I'm talking like 1975. I'm driving cross country.
They had cars back then?
They didn't have cars back then.
They had cars back there.
I was picturing Oregon Trail.
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't talk to you or anything, but they had cars.
I
wind them up.
I had a guy who looked exactly like you, and he was pushing my car.
Right. Maybe that's where we met.
Yeah, it was Planet Fitness, the actual whole planet. No, seriously. So I'm out there, and I'm a songwriter, and I'm writing some serious tunes,
right.
A few off-the-wall tunes here and there. It's the God's truth. So I go out there to meet my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I get there, and she's in love with another guy. I swear to God.
Did she know she was your girlfriend?
She knew that she was when she left. I didn't answer her love
She
letter.
left as your girlfriend, and then when she got wherever she was going, and where was it you were going?
Well, the West Coast.
Okay,
It was south of Long Beach.
Yeah. No, you need that microphone.
Yeah, south of Long Beach. And so I'm broken-hearted to a certain degree.
Sure.
But on the day I leave and I head down to Hollywood, right? And I'm sorry, that's my ride home.
Okay, you got to go.
Right. No, seriously. So I get to L.A. And And when I was a musician in bands, I was doing 4 40-minute sets a night.
Right.
Right? It was like, it wasn't the Beatles and Hamburg, but
yeah,
that same
that's
sort of
you
philosophy.
did it, right.
Yeah, so you're getting it down on, but keep that in mind. So I get to Hollywood and actually get a record deal.
Oh, nice.
With a friend of mine, right?
You ever had a record deal, Jim?
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Never
had
records.
One,
they were like plastic.
Yeah. Those are those things that were always at my yard sales.
Yeah. A lot of people use them for coasters now.
Yeah. So just to God's truth. So I get hammered one night.
Yeah.
I'm driving up Sunset Strip, and I see the Comedy Store. Right?
Yeah.
And this is pre-comedy.
Sure, 75.
Well, there were two comedy clubs.
Right.
Comedy Store in L.A., the Improv in New York, right?
Right.
So I go there, and I walk in, open mics, called it potluck. I walk in, and have no aspirations at all. I figure I'll just go in and check it out.
Check it out,
So I got my guitar in hand, hair down to here, gigantic beard, stone cold hippie, and dungaree jacket, dungaree pants. I was wearing a strange little hat. It was a good image.
Sure.
So I walk in, and so this assistant, Mitzi Shore, comes up to me. She says, all right, you want to go on it? Yes. You're doing 6 minutes. That's what she said. And I'm saying 4 40-minute sets a night.
Right.
And
down to 6.
And I said a lot of, a few zany bits within that thing,
Right. And did you play me? Do you remember what song you played?
Believe it or not, this you're not going to believe.
I will believe it.
Remember that Three Stooges thing that I've been doing for a million years?
B.A.
a million years.
B.I. Bicky by B.O. Bo.
I thought when I was a kid, I go, this is such a cool thing. So I thought I would recreate it in my own way, sort of thing.
Sure.
And so I did that, and I had a. You can swear, right?
You can swear.
Yeah, I had a nasty song called "Eat Shit." Okay.
Can't imagine why it didn't catch on.
Yeah.
Sometimes the title just turns people off.
Yeah. The lyrics were pretty good.
Sure.
The lyrics were good until I hit the chorus.
Right.
And one minute I painted my house. The next second it fell down. I gave my friends some food to eat, but it fell onto the ground. What do you do when you keep on losing? You want to change this world? You just keep on walking through the same old shit. Been here since Eve wormed her way to this pit. Eat shit. Feed the poor. You're quite mistaken. There won't be any more. Eat shit. In the morning. With your Wheaties. That was brutal.
That's pretty good.
That's like church choir right there.
You ever heard of such a thing?
I've never heard of it. I mean, I know what eating shit is. We all do that.
You're familiar with that term.
Yes, of course.
But the thing I want to key on in that story is, can you imagine there was a time in this country where there were 2 comedy clubs?
Yeah, that's crazy.
In the world. In America.
In America,
yeah. So I go on, and I say without modesty, I killed.
Of course you did.
But I had no aspirations. I got off.
Right.
And I'm ready to split. And Mitzi made me a regular at the Comedy Store. Right?
And so you stayed out there for a while?
The get-go. Well, I was doing the recording stuff, and then the God's Truth. And she had a club in Westwood.
Yeah.
She had the one in Hollywood, in Westwood. God's True Story will crack you up. I know that it will. But we, the first gig I get is in Westwood.
Right.
And, the other club. And I played the song Eat Shit.
Yeah.
And Jay Leno was the host.
Right.
And he said, that was Chance Langton with his new hit, Eat Shit. Join him next week when he sings Go Fuck Yourself.
And I'm sure you wrote a song. Yeah. Drew, do you remember your first time on stage?
Yeah, I did. I did an open mic in Cambridge, Massachusetts. At that one that's like right above the gay bar.
The Paradise?
No, the oh man, I'm totally spacing on the name. Either way, it's just I went up like 28th. I went on at 1 a.m. I brought my family out, who just sat through like 3 hours of open mic comedy. I was like, they're never gonna come see a show again after that. I just burned any possible.
Right.
And then
And what got you into it? What made you think?
I always kind of thought about doing it. It was always like on my mind. And I was a baseball player my whole life.
Right.
I played through college, and I got hurt my senior year of college. And then like 2 weeks later, I saw my buddy doing comedy down in Boston, and I was like, if he's doing it, I should at least try it. And I went and saw his show, and then got inspired, got on stage like a week later. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
Much more
position?
concise.
What position did you play? What position did you play?
I was a catcher.
Nice.
And then I switched to a pitcher my last 2 years. That's what got me hurt there. Yeah.
All right, very good. How do people get a hold of you if they need to?
617-328-4471.
That's it.
Yeah, DrewDunnComedy.com, at DrewDunnComedy on all socials.
That was a phone number he gave up.
Yeah.
Okay, just keeping everybody on track here. We'll be back after these words. Thanks for listening.
Attention, cigar smokers, or even friends of a cigar smoker. If you're looking to relax with a nice premium cigar or looking for a great gift for a cigar smoker, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Our friends at twoguyscigars.com have created the Cigar of the Month Club. For just $24.99 per month, you or your friend will receive 4 different premium handmade cigars every month, and shipping and handling is included. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and go to the Cigar of the Month Club. You can stop anytime because there's no contract, but you won't because this is a tremendous deal for our listeners. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and click the Cigar of the Month Club. At the same time, if you want to learn about the cigars you receive each month, you can smoke along with them on their own podcast called The Cigar Authority. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice premium cigar from our friends at twoguyscigars.com.
I, myself, right now, am enjoying a premium cigar from Two Guys Cigar Shop, which we are high atop of at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Yeah.
We all had a nice cup of coffee. Make sure your mics are where they belong. Chance, you had a little addendum to that story?
A little addendum.
30 seconds.
So another night, I'm in the back. There was a guy who was really, in my mind, was the best guy, Johnny Doc. And I know he doesn't ring a bell, but he was really good. So there's a guy on stage, and just like Drew, I mean, I'm on
late at night. Yeah, we all went through that.
Yeah, and I'm waiting, and I'm sitting back there, and this guy gets up on stage, and half the crowd, and I'm going, get the fuck off the stage myself.
Right. You asshole, yeah.
And he cleared the room. When I went on, there were 2 people in the audience. It was David Letterman. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I said,
TV and club work is a lot different. It's amazing that people get to see it. And, you know, and you've opened for many people. Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield is my favorite.
Yeah.
I think he's the greatest. Just my opinion.
Yeah. And Drew, after an experience like that, because I know my first open mic was just dreadful.
Yeah.
What made you go back?
I mean, once I kind of opened the door, because the first time you get on stage, you know, it's the hardest one. You're overcoming so many nerves. So once I kind of broke down that wall, I was like, okay, I think I want to try this again. I want to do it again. I want to try the joke a little bit differently. I didn't like the way I said it, and that kind of like constant editing process brain just kind of kicked on. And then like my third show ever was in front of 80 people. I was at work and they were doing a show. Mike Katrobis. He was in the show above the restaurant I was in. So my buddy was the manager. He goes, "Hey, my buddy just started doing stand-up. Can he do a set?" So I go up and do 5 minutes. Joey Yannetti's the headliner.
Right.
So I go and do 5 minutes of stand-up in my uniform and all that stuff. Yeah. And then that was like I got a real response from a real crowd. And I was like, okay, that's the juice. That's what you need.
Yeah. Way cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. Uh-oh. That music means it's dueling time.
Okay.
So you know how this works. I'm going to hit this button.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell 4 jokes.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's good.
One at a time. They don't all have to go together.
I blew all my jokes in the interview.
We'll do them again. We'll see. Well, it's okay. It's very loose here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You do whatever you want. Yeah. All right?
Yeah.
So we're going to start with Chance.
Okay. Thank you. Nice to be here. My name is Chance of Langton. Chance of Langton. Chance, it is the truth. I mean, there's something about the name. Chance, no chance, give peace a chance. I say, give chance a piece.
It's just good to be here in America. It's the number one country in the world, baby. That's what people say. We're the number one country in the world. And a lot of people aren't on board with that. I get that, because... America's the only one playing the game, just out there yelling the score to nobody. Number one, baby! You don't hear other countries bragging about it, like, yeah, mate, just see the new writings come out. Yeah, Australia's up to number 7. Suck on that, New Zealand.
I walked into 2 guys off at Route 28 North, as I say, disoriented.
Right.
And I thought it was a donut shop.
You thought it was walking into a donut shop.
I see them on the shelves. I'm going, that's perfect. I see all the donuts.
Right.
I'm psyched up. And I walked up and I saw Garofalo. Yeah. I saw Lungiana. Right.
Donuts you never heard of.
Donuts I never heard of. Exactly. And then it's not a funny story, but it kind of bummed me out in a way. And I saw another one. I go, all right, there's cough drops, which makes sense. And I went and I said Pandello or something like that.
Yeah.
And so that was another.
That was another thing.
Another unfunny memory.
All right. Sure, you walk into a cigar store and think it's a donut shop.
That's tough.
They do have jelly-filled cigars, by the way.
Oh,
yeah?
Just so you know.
Is that what you're snacking on
right now? Yes, I got right now. Why do you think I keep it in my mouth so much?
There you go. The names of stuff is crazy, what they come up with for names, like especially these new craft beers you have.
Yeah.
I had a craft beer 2 weeks ago that was called Little Girl. Yeah. It was weird to order.
Little Girl.
Yeah. It was very strange to order. Yeah, can I get another... little girl? Yeah, sure thing, buddy. 8 or 12. Do you have
18? Chance, you're up.
Yep. I've had troubles, to be honest with you.
Really?
And I was telling my problem to a deaf guy, and he said, I hear you. And I said, what?
I don't know. People like to think we don't have it so great, but other places of the world, they're not as progressive as we are here in America, Like, I don't know if you know this, in Russia, it's pretty much illegal to be a homosexual. Like, they have next to no rights there.
I did not know that.
Which is very odd to me because male figure skating is on the forefront of their culture. You cannot have sex with another man, but that bedazzled onesie looks very good on you.
A bedazzled onesie. I like that. That's a good laugh.
Rocking out.
That was good. First time I fell in love. First time I fell in love with Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
I saw her on TV.
Yeah.
I was 5. She was 5. I was so happy. I met her at a mall when I was 6. She was 50.
Shirley Temple. You know who Shirley Temple is?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, she's a little ginger ale with grenadine in it, right? Yeah.
You could use that as your next joke if you want.
Oh, man. No, I like all the new stuff that we have now, Like, I just got an Alexa in my house.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was going to like her, but I hate the bitch. She's nosy. She's always listening to you. Like, I don't know. It's the voice. She sounds too real. Like, I wish Microsoft would have come out with an Alexa that's powered by Microsoft Sam.
Yeah.
And he's just upset that everyone had forgotten about him all these years. Like, hey, Sam. What? What's the weather like out today?
Why don't you look out the window yourself, you lazy piece of shit?
Like, that would be fun. That's what I want.
That's a good voice you did there, too. That sounded just like him.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Could you do that, Chance, that voice?
What are you talking about? I mean, something like that.
It's like inhaling.
And then you do like a Middle European accent over it. So it's like the up and down.
But then going inside and out.
That's really good. That's more effort than I've put into my entire act ever doing that. That was great.
I saw her going inside and out. I think that was
the Rodney Dangerfield.
This has got to be a rough one, Larry.
Well, ultimately, I'm just confused.
Well, that's your natural state of being.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't think that it's had anything to do with the show.
Okay.
It's just that's who you are.
That's a small comfort to me.
Yeah, it is.
Well.
The music means somebody won.
You know, I like these battles of the generations.
It's something, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Yeah. It gives, you know what, also, it gives the listeners something to do.
Yeah.
To look up these references.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, ultimately for me,
Yeah.
I would say Alexa beats Shirley Temple. So we're going to have to go with Drew.
Drew, you're the winner, and you're coming back for the finals.
All right.
Congratulations. Good job, Chance. It was great. You gave it a great fight.
Yeah. I was unprepared.
Yeah, you do. Well, maybe you'll be prepared for the show before this one. We'll see how that goes. All right. Anyway, congratulations, Drew, and keep listening. We're always here on Dueling Comedians. Even when we're not on, we're just up here doing this.
Yeah.
So stop by, have a donut, see how life treats you. I'm Tony V. Thanks for listening.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.